Where's it going out? There, everybody, this is Jordan Jones. On the new Super Mario Bros. Wii tutorial, let's learn how you beat the airship in World 6. This is actually a very easy level to play right here. Let me show you how you beat it. You might notice this is an auto-scrolling level, but that's alright. And you have these Maker Koopas here, you can freeze them easily and get rid of them like this. It's just a simple level, right? Here's a couple things you have to watch out for. You have to watch out for those tool things that these guys, Monty Moles, are throwing. But you can easily get rid of them like this, by jumping on them when they're out of there like that. You can easily do that. Very simple, right? Whoa, almost got hit. But that's okay, not a big deal. No big deal. So just do this. Pretty simple level, right? Pretty basic, right? Doesn't take that much practice. Okay, here's how you get your first Dark One. See those boxes to the right there? You want to ground pound those 3 right boxes there right at the Dark One. That's how you get it. And then once you do that, you can go in there and get it. That's all you have to do. Very simple. All you have to do. So right here, the block I'm standing on, see those warp pipe underneath that. You want to ground pound the block I'm standing on. Not only ground pound it, but keep the down button held down. So you go in the pipe. This will take you to Dark One number 2. Very simple, so all you have to do to get it. Just be careful. That's all you have to do right there. And now we're at the checkpoint. Very simple first half of the level, right? We can get a power up right here by collecting the 8 red coins like this, and that's good. We can freeze this guy, we can get rid of him. Very simple, so do. And then right here, see that there's an alcove right there? Just ground pound where I am. And boom! That's your last Dark One. Let's go over the whole level again, this time no pausing this time, and you'll see what it's like when you beat it in full. Then we'll talk about how you beat the boss, which is against Bowser Jr. Okay, so then we'll talk about how you beat Bowser Jr. So once again, be aware of these platforms right here. It's actually a little bit easier than the airship in World 4, in my opinion at least. This airship is, in my opinion, a little bit easier than the other airship. It just is. Oh no, we got hit. If you happen to get Small Mario, not a big deal. It's not a big deal, it's just something you want to try to avoid if you can. It's not a big deal, but it's just something you want to try to avoid. Okay, here's how you get your first Dark One. Just ground pound this. That's actually a surprise. I thought I wouldn't ground pound with Small Mario. I thought I couldn't do that with Small Mario. I was actually surprised there. You just want to kill this Monty Moles. If you happen to get some Small Mario, not a big deal. Just improvise a little bit. And now we can ground pound this and go inside this pipe. And then we have to make our way carefully through here. And that's how you get your second Star Coin. Very simple, so I have to do to get it. Very simple. Excuse me. So, we're at the checkpoint, we got our power up back, and that's good. Here's what we can do right here. Once again, to get our power up here, we can at least get rid of this Maker Koopa right here. Then just collect these red coins. We can collect all 8. Just like this, and then we got our ice flower back. That's good. And then our third Stark one's right here. We just have to ground pound this platform, and that's it. Very simple. That's how you get all the Stark ones. And now we'll talk about how you beat the boss, which is against Bowser Jr. It's a very simple boss. I'll show you what to do. Once again, the main strategy we do in this game is just react, what these are doing, then we just go through. It's a basic strategy in New Super Mario Bros. All New Super Mario Bros. Games, not just this game, but all of them. Oh, I got hit. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? You happen to get hit. Not a big deal. It's really not that big a deal if you happen to get hit. Is there any power-ups over here? There's a 1-up, but... which we don't need that, because we already have 99 lives. Okay, here's the boss. Here's what you have to do against Bowser Jr. I'll show you. It's very simple. I'll show you. This is a very simple boss. I'll show you what to do. So you just want to get in this. You want to shake your Wii remote to bump him against the lightning on each of the sides like this. Just take your time at this and you'll casually beat it. Just don't overdo it is the most important thing I can tell you. Just do not try to overdo it. If you just try to overdo it, you might bump yourself to electricity. See? But your first time, you probably will mess up your first time. If you do, not a big deal. And I died on it. Wow, if that happens, not a big deal. At least have a checkpoint. And if you do die on it, not a big deal. Not a big deal, even if you do die on it. See, if you just try to overdo it, you end up dying on it easily. Now we have to start it over at Stark one number 3. If that happens, not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just something you want to try to avoid. Oh, it didn't get our power up. Gosh, dang it, dang it. Would not get our power up. I said several times that games like this are harder games to punch out. The walkthroughs of this game will not make the game easy. Like I said, it will not make the game easy. You require a bit of practice to beat the levels in the game, especially if you get to World 6 and up. Oh, I died again. No way I'm dying several times. This tutorial is not a speedrun tutorial. I just want you to know it is not a speedrun tutorial. It's just a tutorial about how the easiest strategies possible beat this game. Easiest and most efficient to use. And that's what we like to use. The easiest strategies possible beat this game. Easiest and most efficient. The easiest strategies possible to 100% this game. That's the purpose of this tutorial. Because a lot of people have trouble with this game. Especially the World 9 levels, but we'll get to that when we get to that. See, you haven't died a couple times in the game, not a big deal, but it is something you want to try to avoid if you can. It's not a big deal, it's just something you want to try to avoid. It's not really that big a deal, just keep improvising like this. We'll get to World 9 levels when we get to those. Now we'll just focus on levels like this. Okay, we can get 1-up easily right here. Oh, I got hit. Excuse me. Let's try again with Bowser Jr. If you haven't died a couple times on it, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Because you might die on it a couple times. Now let's just try to do the boss without messing up. Because you probably will mess up your first time. Because if you're just learning the game, you have to beat the game first in order to get good at it. Because there's no way you can get good at any video game without knowing the game. Let's just try to fight him out right here. The most important thing I can tell you is do not try to overdo this. That's just You can go slowly. Just take your time is the most important thing I'm going to tell you with this. Everywhere else is pretty simple. But it can be a frustrating boss if you don't know what you're doing. It's definitely. Come on. Let's just take him out. Yes! I'm actually surprised I died a couple times right there, but it's not a big deal if you die a couple times. It's just something you want to try to avoid doing very often. It's something you don't want to happen very often. Okay, next time we'll be in World 7. We'll have fun playing it. World 7's a lot easier than World 6. Okay, everybody, that was it. Hope that was helpful and have a good one.